This is insane. I don't even know how to start with the introductions for this video. I simply don't. Have you heard about the new TRYP FPV major update from the 14th of December? This is the date when the entire TRYP FPV changed. Everything changed. It's like an entire new simulator. From a decent sim, I can say with confidence, TRYP FPV just became one of the best FPV simulators in the world, if not by far the best I have ever tried. But before we get in depth into that, let's get to the basic menu and show you how it looks like, my rates, which feel free to use them, and I also have to recalibrate my controller and map the axis as everything resets. So, no new map though, but don't feel disappointed as every map got updated as far as I'm aware, or at least some of them got new content and stuff added. The performance was significantly improved over the old version. I have it locked at 60 FPS with FreeSync on because I have no monitor to use more than that. The maps have new content, the spawn points have been changed, the entire interface, and not only in the menu but also when flying has been changed. We have a new Google's mode with a bit of image noise, but most importantly, the TRYP FPV physics has been entirely reworked. And according to the latest updates 0.2.3524, and I quote, TRYP FPV will now operate with authentic Betaflight PID system generating movement based on the torch creating from independent rotor thrust, and this is a total game changer in the world of FPV simulators. And I can confirm it. The physics feel a bit similarly to Velocidrone, which is, or at least was, the #1 FPV simulators in terms of game physics, drone dynamics, throttle management, and overall control of the drone. I swear, with the time I spent making this video and practicing a bit on the new patch, if somehow it doesn't even feel better than flying in Velocidrone. And not to forget how much content TRYP FPV has to offer, not only on top of Velocidrone, but other FPV simulators as well. So please, prove me wrong. I say TRYP FPV is currently, after this patch, the best FPV simulator in the world. Use the comment section if you have a different opinion or to share any information with us. If before physics were average, now flying a drone in here is so real, excellent to practice even as beginner or to enjoy its content at any stage in the FPV progress. And with the valued information that TRYP worked with Betaflight team, which shared their invaluable assistance to make it work as it is. So that means if you want to try new PID controls, rates, or any settings you want to transfer from the quad, but try it first in the simulator, the new Velocidrone is TRYP FPV. Now, let me share a bit of more information via what they said with this update and how much they improve it, with screenshots from their patch notes. Use the pause button on the video if you want to read it entirely. And soon we will have a multiplayer mode. Are you waiting for this? Although I was not an active player on Liftoff or DRL multiplayer modes, the one in TRYP FPV I feel is going to be different, especially with those huge maps and all the options it has. One downside is often talked about with the new update is that if you hit or crash your drone in a specific method, it will spin violently, more or less giving you a headache or making you sick. And no, I am for real, as you will probably have already seen this in this video. Let me put it again for you, just with a warning note. So, what do you think? In my opinion, nothing that negatively impacts the new gameplay. But hey, it's the first patch of the TRYP FPV 2, or how I like to call it. The devs behind TRYP FPV has a possible fix. Here is on the screen. I haven't tried it, as usually it doesn't bother me too much, and of course because I'm a lazy person. Overall, TRYP FPV just had a massive improvement and made the real change all of us were looking for. Some pilots are a bit unhappy that it resets all settings, rates, and everything you had in TRYP FPV before the patch, of course. But here we are. Here we have it, the ultimate update of TRYP FPV Simulator. It's like they built a new one. It feels out of this world, or better said, like flying a drone in this world. I hope I didn't go too bored with how great it is, that is such a great thing, good job, but I got utterly shocked with all these new differences, knowing that I have an obsessiveness on adjusting and perfecting even the smallest setting for a bit of improvement. So here we got a big one. Thank you, TRYP team. Just to let you know, I am not sponsored nor affiliated with them, so this is based on my shocky face expression I had after the update. So I do have to apologize a little bit because I see some people are confused with some of my older content when, for example, I have this liftoff versus TRYP FPV videos and the TRYP FPV review, which happens not a long time ago before this update, like a month or 2 or 3 or something like that, and some people got confused. Why do I don't recommend so much TRYP FPV on top of liftoff, for example, or I say that the physics are on average? Well, because that was before. Now everything changed, and I will try my best to drop the link of this video in every single one of those comments and pin it on the top, so if someone new comes there and hear like the opinion of the old TRYP FPV, they can definitely watch this video and see how big of a difference is between that video, how the TRYP FPV was flying the drone in those videos before and now after. It's really easy to compare. Or maybe I will try my best if I find some footage on the computer to do this kind of comparison before, like how TRYP FPV was before and now after the patch. But anyway, as I said, this is one of the best patches, this is one of the biggest updates ever, which literally jump off the TRYP FPV from being like an average FPV simulator to one of the best, if not the best FPV simulator now existing. So definitely, if you're about to buy an FPV simulator and get started into the journey, do it. Get TRYP FPV, you are not going to regret it. And with this, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you around.